It's a moment that can be heartbreaking and confusing when a loved one with dementia forgets your name. It can also leave you wondering how to respond. We'll talk about that in a minute, but first, Dr. Ray, what exactly is happening in the brain that causes that kind of name confusion?
Well, you just have to remember that the brain is an organ that can undergo disease just like anything else. You can have heart failure, lungs, but the basic thing that's going on with cognitive decline is that there's an injury. And there's an area in the brain, usually the temporal lobe, and that helps us to remember, to orient ourselves, and to know where we are in time and place. So that's one of the first areas that are hit. So when you have injury there, you will start to have more cognitive decline, and you will forget.
It literally breaks your heart when it happens. I've had it happen. I know it is devastating. And the only thing I can tell all the viewers and everybody that I've ever worked with is they may forget your name and you feel like they've forgotten who you are, but they don't. They know that relationship. They've just forgot the label that they use for you. Mm-hmm. And it's okay to forget my label. But knowing that I'm still there and I'm still loving you and you recognize the relationship. You know, we see with daughters, they oftentimes become the mom because that's the nurturer, that's the caregiver. Mm-hmm. And then sons, they sometimes become that spousal person, so they get called by their dad's name or the husband. Mm-hmm. And then they feel very awkward because they think it's a matrimonial thing or an intimate thing, but it's not. It's they're the protector now, and they've taken that role on, and it's okay. I know it hurts, but it's okay.
One of my favorite stories in all the world is Sandra Day O'Connor.
Oh yeah.
And she would go to the community to visit her husband who had a memory impairment, and then he got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
And she would go to the community and sit down and have lunch with her husband and his girlfriend. And when I heard her interviewed, there was so much love for him that I thought, that is really unconditional love. She went beyond him knowing her, but went with the emotion that she felt for him all those years. It was so moving, and it was a really teaching moment for me to impart to people that I work with that are struggling with this.
Yeah, I think the emotions, like you said, it's just a label. It's a label, but you have to remember the emotions that they are feeling, they're showing you.
Yeah.
And that's what's the most important thing.
And it's not a failing. We don't judge people for cancer symptoms, and we can't judge people for brain change.
So
Absolutely.
true.
Yeah. And as hard as it is with dementia, don't correct. Really don't correct, because no matter who you are, none of us want to be corrected. And the minute you get corrected, you feel like you need to defend yourself.
Right.
And so that puts that defensive situation going on. And then we have that combativeness that rolls in. And then you hear, oh, they're combative. Well,
No.
unfortunately, what are you doing
You did it.
that's allowing this or enhancing this? So, you've got to learn to just breathe through this. The minute it happens, just breathe. Because you're grieving at that moment.
The other thing you can do is participate. You can allow them to explore.
Yeah,
Help them to explore what that memory is of that person they're calling.
exactly. It's validation. That's an amazing validation theory is one of my favorites with dementia. And that's validating that those emotions are there and that feeling is there. And at this point, I need the comfort or I need the protection. I need what that relationship brings me. And if they may not remember any name, you might not get called by the wrong name. They just may not remember any name. Well, we've all done that.
But they will remember how.
You made them feel.
That's right.
Yeah.
They will always remember how you made them feel.
And when you treat them by validating that way, you're really respecting them and yourself. You're using your knowledge and your maturity to handle it correctly.
Well said.
Well
yeah.
said.
There's so much more to come on Aging Untold.